Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today is brew review number 600. So I wanted something special, something festive, and I dove into the cellar and bumped into this little thingy. This is the Tuverbol, and Tuverbol translates to magic ball, but more on that later on. This is a collaboration between Loterbol in Diest and Fonteinen in Brussels, of course, or around Brussels. Now, I am gonna read the history of Tuverbol from their own website, because I was researching this and I do feel that they actually said it way better than I ever can. So, this is published on Fonteinen website itself, and it is very interesting. It says, Tuverbol represents the beautiful collision of two beer styles and a long friendship between two breweries. Mark from Brouwerij Loterbol in Diest and Armand from Brouwerij Fonteinen in Beersel, so around Brussels, had known each other for a while when in 2006 a Loterbol blonde brew turned out to be higher in alcohol than planned, plus it didn't ferment optimally. During a casual meeting, Armand suggested bringing that brew to Fonteinen and he would een keer tuveren. And een keer tuveren, that translates to let's do magic with this. Of course, adding young, lively Fonteinen lambic got the beer going. Tuverbol was born. Another Tuverbol collaboration followed in 2007 and 2012, after which the beer has now been made every year since 2017, each time in one batch in a small edition. Each part of Loterbol Blonde is brewed especially for Tuverbol, slightly higher in degrees Plato than the regular Loterbol Blonde, and with a longer aging. Tuverbol has a unique taste profile thanks to the combination of the freshness of lambic, the warmth of the alcohol and the full body of the blonde beer. Interesting. Now what I have here is the 2020 version. You will see on the cork here that it says 1920, that is the season. Now let's talk about this bottle. They have a lovely label here, a combination label or logo that refers to Loterbol, of course. Then this small little label saying mélange de Loterbol blonde et Fonteinen lambic, refermentation spontanée en bouteille non filtrée. So a mixture of Loterbol blonde and Fonteinen lambic, re-fermented spontaneously on the bottle, unfiltered. And on the back we have, first of all, 9.6% ABV. For a light blonde and a lambic, that is feisty. Contains wheat malt, wheat, barley malt, water, hops, sugar and yeast. Blend of, we already said that. Non-pasteurized. Ooh. And apparently overdue, because it says best before the end of 2025. Well, we are well into 2026. So let's check it out immediately. First off, apart from the special label and the beautiful champagne style bottle, a lovely branded muselet, branded cork, not only branded but also dated, and of course it also says 2020 on the label, so the cork is not the only indication. Oh wow, that is rich. For some reason I don't have a Fonteinen glass, or I don't have it anymore, so my trusty taster glasses. And I'm gonna try to pour carefully, because I did store this lying down. I only put it upright a short while ago, so I don't want to add too much of the yeast residue. There we go. The Tuverbol. First impression, beautiful color, very hay-like. Nicely carbonated as well. A surprising amount of foam for this kind of beer. Like beigeish off-white, tiny bubbles. A lot of bubbling going on here. Beautiful copper blonde straw. And then for the aroma. Ooh, exactly what you would expect from a lovely goose, even a young goose. So a lot of hay, a lot of straw, horse stable, that kind of thing. Acidic, dry. Not necessarily alcoholic. And it does smell a bit like fresh or refreshing, so I am guessing that comes from the Loterbol. But let's see what the flavor says. Cheers. Oh wow. Surprising. Very special. As dry and as acidic as it smelled, as soft and refreshing is the taste. It does have sourness, it does have slight acidity, but it's not sharp. It is dry, but it is not bone dry. It is lively, it is refreshing. Fantastic effervescence, very beautiful sparkle on the tongue here as well. And it does taste rather alcoholic, quite boozy, but it's not annoying. It is actually very complementary to this beer. So that combination of light blonde, a dry lambic, and that 9.6% ABV is actually a surprisingly great combination. Of course, it did have its re-fermentation process mixed already, but still, wow. Yeah, absolutely stunning. I don't think that this would be my go-to beer for any reason, but it is a beautiful example of how beer styles can be mixed, can work together, and so on and so on. The aftertaste is quite odd as well, because in the aftertaste it is not dry, not sharp, but it is still sour, but more like lime zest sour. But we also get that blonde, so a certain amount of sweetness, I would say. Nonetheless, a beautiful, beautiful beer. So rounding things up, I am torn between 3.75 and 4 for this beer. I think I'm gonna make this a 4. Yeah, I think this would be a fantastic gateway beer into lambic, into Gueuze. And I think that this is a very nice, soft, mellow version of a lambic to accompany things, like do food pairings and stuff. Okay, that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for celebrating my 600th episode with me. And if you want to support this channel, do another 600 episodes, share a video, comment, like, make the algorithm think that you like me. Maybe visit the Patreon page and support me a bit more. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And I will see you guys again in a next video, which should be this weekend. Until then, cheers.